the Moors. Hey Moors, Islam, Islam. It's a new day for the Moors. Hey Moors, hey Moors. It's a new day for the Moors. Oh yeah, Islam. It's a new day for the Moors. Y'all made me do it, ain't wanna do it. Try to fuck with y'all when I was going through it.
Back. Almost.
Same speech, same talk, same walk. No bite. Well, alright, I'm the heart, baby, and I'ma handle that. My rapper spoke to me, he said, handle that. And I'm front and center, front line. Look at y'all, want mine, but it ain't mine, it's God. What? The law brand, oh man. 2016, all you CONCEAL.
We still rocking.
Old Moors,
step aside.
third and fourth.
Come on, let's ride. Hey.
It's a new day for the Moors. Hey Moors, hey Moors. It's a new day for the Moors. Oh yeah, Islam. It's a new day for the Moors. Hey,
here we come, fam.
It's a new day for the Moors. Hey Moors, hey Moors. It's a new day for the Moors. Oh yeah, Islam. It's a new day for the Moors. You can listen and buy a prophet of God. And you mean to tell me we can't go hard? I'm a more of old, the one who rode the elephants over the elves in the cold. Even went to Spain, we arranged the terrain. Even try to civilize Cain. Now cipher 2016. I'ma show you what this mean. My tassel roll 360. Do you really think? Could you tell me what to do and say? Do you know I look up the form and pay? I roll with the prophet of a prophet more. Follow the prophet or I profit more. Stop it more. I'm holding the world and maybe drop it more. Now drop it more. It's a new day for the Moors. Hey Moors, hey Moors. It's a new day for the Moors. Oh yeah, Islam. It's a new day for the Moors. Chicago, Houston, Dallas, yeah. It's a new day for the Moors. Hey Moors, hey Moors. It's a new day for the Moors. Oh yeah, Islam. It's a new day for the Moors. Between you and I am the wisest. You never measure up, bitch, I household divided. How you gonna teach anybody about you when the people that love you, they don't believe you? Probably think you got jail religion. Need to wash off that stench of prison. Picking up prison, that's all y'all are trying. Talk about the children and y'all at that. Don't scrap that, I ain't even tripping. I show you what happened when the law gives you vision. No government grants and no food stamps. But I was temple was watching tonight. I'm watching my prophet and listen to a law. I'm gonna be in hell if I listen to y'all. Listen to y'all, talking all Moorish. We'll never show for it. Oh! It's a new day for the Moors. Hey Moors, hey Moors. It's a new day for the Moors. Oh yeah, Islam. It's a new day for the Moors. Charlotte, Memphis, Cleveland, get in the cold. Hey, it's a new day for the Moors. Hey Moors, hey Moors. It's a new day for the Moors. Oh yeah, Islam. It's a new day for the Moors. LA, Syracuse, Buffalo. Stop screaming, bragging about our greatness. 34th generation see through the fakeness. They don't really care about the Bell of Granada. Their primary focus is Gucci, Prada. Who you uplifting? Nothing, nada. Who you uplifting? Nothing, nada, nothing, nada, nothing, 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 nada. Can't relate because your mind state is caught up in the past. If you flex, I'ma blast on you and your staff. My young boys coming, they becoming more trend. But before they learn to love, this is acceptable to sin. So watch your slander. They got the hammers. Sounding like Peter, protecting Jesus. I'm a Jew and the apostle. Don't get hostile. Claim no telling what I do for the gospel. Oh! It's a new day for the Moors. Hey Moors, hey Moors. It's a new day for the Moors. Oh yeah, Islam. It's a new day for the Moors. San Diego, Portland, everybody getting. Oh yeah. It's a new day for the Moors. Hey Moors, hey Moors. It's a new day for the Moors. Oh yeah, Islam. It's a new day for the Moors. East Coast, Midwest, down south, getting. Oh yeah. Time for the Moors to stand up. Stand up. We've been in the background too long. Get on your square, boy. It's a new day for the Moors today.
I'm gonna take y'all back a little bit before I bring y'all on up. I'm sharing the link. I want to help y'all to help me share the link. Let's go real quick. Let's take them back real quick. Before we drop the new album this summer, before the summer's over, it's coming. Let's go.
Time for your friend, bro. Help me out. Meet me halfway.
I wanna be your friend.
Peace and love, let me be your friend. Peace and love. I said you ain't never met a more like me, and you ain't never ever gonna meet one again. Well, let me be your friend. Peace and love, let me be your friend. Peace and love. I said you ain't never met a more like me, and you ain't never ever gonna meet one again. I wanna be your friend. Peace and love, let me be your friend. Peace and love. I Hey yo, I used to be a thug until I met the prophet. Now I'm all about love, truth, peace, and freedom. Till I return to Allah. One day we gon' meet him. I'm all about justice. That's the focus of the message. Sometimes Asiatics make me wanna forget the lessons. I be all up in my passion from all the Moorish fashion. All things considered, I start laughing. A grown man with a ponytail, another calling us Neanderthal, and he all pale. I mean, for real, this is what it comes to, my brother. We got
hey, we back.
Yeah, we can be scholars.
Let's go.
We all the children of the mother and the rest of our mother. People want to be the soul. You need to chill, my brother, and tell the elder the same. Cause on the real, my man, I'm really about them things. I can take the feds off and get it back in the low. And return to the state where they used to call me dope. But no, I'm rolling with the prophet of Allah. I want love, not war. Standing on that floor. And I'm holding the square. The compass and the axe. I might be too deep until I get off track. See, I probably was an adept. Do you know what that is? An Egyptian I got is a brother who lived by the universal science developing the nine. We call it Islamism, but it's the same, my child. Sit at the foot of a master. I train you up, but I might have to bang you up. I still love you. And those that's talking that this ain't Islam, everything the prophet brought is in the Quran. All the other stuff, prostrate and cover up is just the start. And there's space to me to launch the heart. You can dress like Imhotep, but you can dress like an herb. Why the Moorish American Muslim unifies the word. You can say what you want about Dr. Go, but he gave you different variations of the same thought. You don't appreciate that. You won't appreciate me. Appreciate the holy and divine true league. People refuse to admit it. He the first that ever did it. Europeans hope that the Moors won't forget it, but we're here, strong, alive and well, resurrected from hell, with a story to tell. So pay attention and listen and consider the facts. You know it's humanly impossible for you to be black. I guess the Chinaman is yellow, a Mexican is brown. Just think for a second how ridiculous it sounds. We can turn it around, but we must unite. It's okay to disagree, but we don't have to fight. Cause if we have to fight, you know how we get. I'm still learning to love. No, I'm not there yet. So work with me, fam, and I'ma work with you. And let's all work together and do what we gotta do. Cause on the real side, we haven't made no progress since 1929 when the prophet left the flesh. We got an Asiatic president, men marrying men, psycho shooting up a club and don't see his own sin. And those that say they conscious, that took your fuck, move straight to Hollywood, straight living it up, and y'all picking it up, straight cheesing and grinning. But it was your bread to help set it off in the beginning. Be careful what you put in your soul, cause it could blind you. Unfortunately, some people get paid to disguise you. Oh yeah, I wanna be your friend. Peace and love. Let me be your friend. Peace and love. I said you ain't never, and you would never. You ain't never, ever, ever. You ain't never met a more like this, and you ain't never, ever, ever gonna be one again. I wanna be your friend. Peace and love. So let me be your friend. Peace and love. Oh yeah, you ain't never met a more like this, and you ain't never, ever, ever gonna meet one again. So let me be your friend. Peace and love. So let me be your friend. Peace and love. I wanna be your friend.
Here I come, family. I'm just trying to share it a little bit.
We ain't trying to be enemies. I wanna be your, so let me be your, I wanna be your friend. Hey, yeah.
Man, I'm just trying to share it a little bit. I'm just trying to share a little love. Y'all can work with me for a second, right? All right, let me just get one more in real quick. Let me get one more share in, and I'm back with you. I'm back with you, family. I'm back with you. Let me get one more share in. I want the people to get this information. For real. Let me get my man Calico up in the building. Let's go. I just want the people to get the information, man. I'm going to reveal what your leaders conceal. Let's go.
It's you right there. It's only individual. Sitting in this crib when the beans and the smoke singing on my heart says beware. Situation critical. All out of spares. Scraping residual. I'm caught in the sand. It's sticky material. All I can declare is I'm off the original. Have that pay with the fight that you pay with. life is got me stuck on the bubble and the way my life. So pull up my steps like left, left, left till my last breath. Cause heaven is nothing but your right chest. Next, can't stop striving till my life gets blessed. Gotta fight this flesh no matter who you might be. Cause what's true about me ain't the truth about me. It's much deeper than what you and I see. But if you're like me, you gotta walk my face. Nobody knows.
Other colors been hidden from history. You ain't know the color of misery's brown skin. You ain't gotta listen me tell you how I went. We've been through more troubles than others, times 10. Ain't got to give a cool eyelid. Now how about you who said you're my friend? I'm not by rule, but I'm riding to the end. Down to shed blood, every brother's my kin. If I said I love you, then yeah, I meant it. Your name's Kelly Cole, you call me a lieutenant. Through life's highs and lows, I strive to keep winning. But I'm about to explode if these coppers keep killing. And it's right in your face, disgrace beyond limits. Ride around, say face till your partner stop killing. We need the power of the Christ, so tonight we'll start healing. Then we'll work on the poison, all the hustlers still. When I tell you, nobody knows. Nobody
All right, family. All right, my time up. I know I got to come in and teach this lesson. I know I got to come in and teach this lesson. I got to, man. All right, man. I'm going to go ahead and teach this lesson. It's long. What y'all been up to? Let me see if I can look at the chat. Let me stop sharing real quick. Let me look at the chat, see what y'all been up to. Is everybody good? Is everybody good? Is all well? Family, this is going to be a serious demonstration that I put on in a few seconds. I just wanted to get me a cup of water. You know what I mean? Let me see who in the building. We got 30 people in the building. We got 12 thumbs up, family. Man, this is going to be a good demonstration. I'm telling you, family, I want y'all to share this to everybody. It's time to put the information out there and let the chips fall where they may. It's my job as one who have done some research, came upon some research, to put all the information out there within a reasonable amount of time so we can make reasonable decisions as to where we should be going and what we are doing. I'm going to grab me some water and we're going to get started, family. I hope y'all help me share this, because this is going to be the precursor to something that is going to be monumental for the next 4 months. Within the next 4 months, I am going to be putting out a series of information, small books, and doing lectures to bring us some truth that many people may have not been privy of. And I'm talking about some real hardcore facts as it relates to the teachers of the Prophet Noble Ali. You're going to hear about that tonight, family, and it's very important that if you say that you are interested in the Prophet Noble Ali, the life that he lived, the legacy that he left behind, I'm telling you, this is your show, but this is only a tip of the iceberg. Give me 2 minutes and we get busy at 9:30.
This man was teaching Islam here ahead of everybody else. That means ahead of Master Farah Muhammad and Elijah Muhammad, of which in the Nation of Islam you are taught under the strict religious blinder or binder that No Islam was here before Fard and Elijah. No knowledge was here before Fard and Elijah. No disrespect, and I love disrespect.
Brother Shaw in 1913. This is way before Martin had a dream. Way before Elijah had God. We was in the grave, the land of the Lord. Where was y'all when he was on the milk crate? Going hard on 35th State. Where was y'all when he only had his flag on Indiana Avenue, flags on his head? Hey, where was y'all when the enemy tried to kill him? When they said he was a prophet, but really didn't feel him? Where y'all at now? Are you with me? Are you down? It's time to stand up. The prophecy is down. Hey! Now what you gonna do about it? Prophet over Drew Ali. He knew about it. I'm the third and fourth generation. So I ain't worried about all the hate and all the crazy misinformation. Need to stop. Cause all the real thinking you are part of the plot to keep them on top and leave us at the bottom with the mouth you call the prophet in your heart. You forgot him. Hey! You ain't fighting this war right. Bags under eyes, having slept this first night. Reading all them books, studying the law. When the prophet was the perfect example for us all. He left his feet clearly cut on the south side. 30 high was born in 29. Hey! Huh? Hey! Hey! What you gonna do to me, huh? Hey! Hey! Come on! Come on! Come on! Hey! Where was y'all when he was on the milk crate? Man. I got one more. Smash! Hold up! Hold up! Hold up, fam. What? Where y'all at now? It's time to stand up. Hey! Show me what you producing. The enemy loving, a weed head talking stupid. Up in the courts, getting caught up in the hallway. The king crown is on the ground, it's gonna be a long day. Make me wanna cry, I can't deny it. To see my people so misguided. Hey, fam. Man, hey. Man. Huh? 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 Hey, hey, hold up, hold up. Hold up. Huh? This is way before Fard had a dream. So I fought, Elijah had fun. We was in the grave. Islam. And my son is Islam. That's my son. Hold up. Going hard on 35th State. Where was y'all when you... My son interrupt me. But I'm going to throw one together for my man, Smashville TV. Smashville TV, he said go hard. He said let's get it. Smashville, you want to get it? Let's get it. Let's get it. This for them bootleg. This for them rookies. This is for them illusion chasing social media. Conscious. You know them conscious brothers. You know them ones that what they really doing is exploiting consciousness. Man, I always got a message for them. Let me tell you my message for them.
Mess with this sportsman.
Mess with this sportsman. Huh? Let's go.
Okay, I will cut you to ribbons.
Huh? I will cut you to ribbons. That's right.
Killer.
Huh?
Falsehood killer.
Falsehood killer.
Gazini.
Huh?
Zolani.
That's right, Sinetta. Me.
Don't
make me take this fans off. Lord knows, cause I'ma take some hands off. You all foes, lower up, I'm up to keep them banging at a single Noah's off. Stop playing with me. I'm the true and living God, but I know a little better than you little fraud. Trying to keep it on a high note. I really love my bro, but I can go lower than a worm. No ramo. See how I let the evil social media gas you, dumb thuggins. Thinking when I see you, I'ma pass you on up. We gon' talk about it, acting like you thought about it. Guarantee. Man, hold up. Hold up. Hold up, family. I've been gone for a minute. Family, I've been building, family. Family, I've been putting the information together, family. But I'm telling you, I've been stepping into these little chat rooms. I've been stepping into these little Garfield live streams.
I've been stepping into these little side net of TV, exploiting every kind of information. Every kind of information for a click, and a YouTube check. I've been watching them exploiting the consciousness. He go from house to house. He go from the Hebrews to the Christians, to the Muslims, to the Hebrews, to the Christians, to the Muslims. Notice he ain't come at the Moors yet, because we ain't playing with you no more. We ain't playing with you no more. Man, this song is dedicated to you, brother. Sinetta, this is dedicated to you. Garfield, this is dedicated to you. Y'all ain't gonna exploit us. Exploit them other houses if they allow you to. Let's get busy and let's open the show. Let's go. Come on, man.
That's what this was, man. Try it. Okay? I'm gonna cut you to ribbons. That's what this was, man. This killer, falsehood killer, Gazidin, Zoladin, Mujrikin,
Don't let me take his fans off, Allah knows, cause I would take some heads off. You all foes, lower up, I'm up to keep a banger that I sent the numbers off. Stop playing with me. I'm the true and living God, but I know a little better than you little fraud. Trying to keep it on a high note. I really love my bro, but I can go lower than the worm. No lamo. See y'all let the evil social media dash you thumb thuggins. Thinking when I see you, I'ma pass you on up. We gon' talk about it, acting like you about it. Guarantee you when I see you, we gon' put some chalk around it. Talking like a big boy, the fans won't save you. Cause I'ma take this fans off and ask you who made you. You better say Allah when you look me in my eyes. You see the image of Allah. Don't be looking surprised. I'm the God in the flesh. Of course I'm fresh. I resurrect and protect. I don't believe he left. I believe Jesus died. You breathe weed and death. We come correct like a check when the G's connect. Disrespect, trying to get a rep. I'm coming for your wreck for real. This brother is out. Don't make me take this fans off. Don't make me take this fans off. Don't make me take this fans off. Huh? Come on, man. It's slow. Don't make me take this fans off. Don't make me take this fans off. Let's not be hash the last. You better let's go fast before I go into the dab, man. Let's go, man. We're gonna leave it at that, family. Man, I be getting too pumped up around here, man. Don't make me take this fans off, man. Now, man. Peace and love, family. Let me put the sword back in the sheath, man. Man, shout out to Smashville for the 5 donation, man. Man, listen, man. We gonna keep it $1.55. We watching all of this, family. And man, we watching all of this. We watching them exploit information, family. And we sitting there being entertained by it. We sitting there being entertained as they exploit information. We sit there and watch how they talk about Dr. Ben. And they try to discredit Dr. Ben. Instead of trying to build on the foundation laid by Dr. Ben, they want to talk greasy about Dr. Ben. They want to talk greasy about Dr. John Henry Clark. They want to talk greasy about Dr. John Henry Clark. Just for a YouTube view. Just for a click. They want to talk greasy about our Christian brothers and sisters that got us to this point for a YouTube click. Family, come on, man. It's one thing about revealing truth, but it's another thing doing things for the express purpose of trying to get a YouTube click so you can get a check, man. Go back on 125th and sell a DVD if somebody will buy it from you. Go sell a t-shirt or something. Trying to disrespect the elders, man. And we sitting up there being entertained, and the new generation coming in thinking that this is the way to go. Man, when we talk about agents, man, it's a whole new type of thing going on now. You know, it's a whole new type of different thing going on now. It's a whole bunch of disrespect going on to the elders, family. Again, like I said, it's one thing of revealing truth. It's one thing of revealing facts.
It's one thing to try to open up the eyes of the people, but it's another thing to be disrespectful. It's another thing to be capitalizing off the ignorance of the young generation. That's a whole nother thing. Man, these dudes are soft, man. I'm gonna tell you off the break. These dudes are soft, man. See, they can't see. Let me keep it a buck with y'all. Let me keep it a buck with y'all. These dudes are soft due to the simple fact that they want to portray themselves as dope dealers with a conscious overtone. They want to talk tough as if they street guys, but keep it in a conscious overtone. So they can talk tough here, but then when somebody talk tough with them, they can draw back and say, you supposed to be conscious. You follow me? They will talk tough here, but then when you dress them, they say, look, you supposed to be conscious. Well, let me tell you something. There's a saying in the Moorish Science Temple of America that I hold dearly to my heart, that when love, truth, peace, freedom is violated, justice must take its course. Let me take that up with a law, because you're going to get some respect if you show some. You're going to get some if you show some. Man, I'm telling you, man, I haven't had time to really go live, family. I've been building on the ground. We got a couple things going on, man, so we can make our condition better on the ground, man. But in the meantime, in between time, I'm watching these live streams, and like they just go from one drama to another. It's like the soap opera. I'm like, I remember one time I couldn't wait to get home to watch Sinetta and Black News 102. Now I click it on, I say, man, what type of ignorance is this? I look at Garfield, they following right in the same suit. I'm like, what type of garbage is this? We have turned the consciousness into soap operas. Man, it's a crazy thing, family, but I'm about to wake this up. Family. Now, let me tell you something, family. If you are a Moorish American, I want you to brace yourself, because this ain't for drama and this ain't for a YouTube clip. This is not for drama and this is not for a YouTube clip. What this is about, this is about trying to bring you to realization that we, if you are Moorish American, have been lied to, have been manipulated, and have been fooled as to what our prophet looked like. And I've been hitting on this for quite some time. But we here now. No need to hit on it no more. We're going to get straight to it. Family, there was once, and if you're not a Moorish American, this would be a great history lesson for you about the Moorish Science Temple of America and why your children don't hear about it in their elementary, middle school, or high school history class. One of the reasons that your children never heard about the historical account of the Prophet Noble Ali is because by design, you are not so practical that if you express it as a collective, you will definitely reap the benefits of success without a doubt or contradiction. So in order to confuse you as to what that pathway looked like, there has been some clouded misinformation put out there intentionally. Just like I talk about those people over there at Black News 102 putting out bad information intentionally. Well, this thing has been happening for a long time. This information that I'm about to share with you is information that you can utilize, but I'm only scratching the surface tonight. But what happens is, in order to keep a people lost, you got to give them information that'll keep them running in circles. This is what happened with the Prophets movement. This is what continues to happen with the Prophets movement. And this is what happens in social media as they begin to exploit consciousness. Exploiting consciousness is a phrase that I coined to say that you take something that appears to be a part of being conscious, and you trivialize it and you use it against the people who actually seeking to become conscious. In other words, you take information that could possibly help elevate people, you mix it with some nonsense, you mix it with some drama, and then you keep them trapped in the paradigm of ignorance. This is how agents work. This is how agents work. They never build anything constructive that can last into generations beyond their own. They just talk, they just entertain, they buck dance, they bootlick, they shuffle, they move around, and they tap dance all on the porch. But the porch today is not on the plantation. The porch today is social media, YouTube, IG, whatever. That's the porch today. So as they shuffle, as they buck dance, as they bootlick, you know, we are going to try to come through and give you the information from every aspect and every endeavor of the journey of our people. So here on Moorish World TV, whether it's from the Christian perspective, we're going to give you the truth, and we're going to show you the inspirational contribution that our people played from the Christian perspective, although we will still tell the truth. We will also give it from the Islamic perspective, from the Moorish perspective, from the Hebrew perspective. We will bring respectable Hebrews on here, like my brother Zion Lex and the likes. We will bring, and I'm not saying that others are not respectable, but I just say Zion Lex and the likes. Love my brother Tazoria. But we will also bring on those Kemetic scholars who also have a contribution. But this playing this one into the other has got to stop. I understand information may be different. Perspectives may be different. A debate is always good if it's going somewhere towards resolution. If there's no resolution, what's the point? What's the resolve? What are we debating for? You feel me? So I'm kind of expanding my thought, but family, I want to get you to some truth. And this truth here may be a little bit shocking. I got at least about an hour worth of truth for you right now. Right? I got about an hour worth of truth for you right now. It's power-packing truth. Some of it you may have heard before, some of it you may have not. But this truth is here. It concerns the greatest Moorish science lies ever told. And this is just some of them. I should have put part 1 on this. This is just some of them, family, because it's bad. And when I say it's bad, I mean it's bad to the point that we got our own people in cahoots with perpetuating this misinformation. I know some are watching now. I know they're not going to comment now. I know they're going to say, oh, man, he at it again. Well, family, our people got to wake up. So, family, sit back. And when I get finished, you can ask me any questions you like. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not going to show a great in-depth as it relates to sources. Those will be in the book, because I need you to purchase the book so you can study, so you can see for what it is, and also so you can support the building that we're doing around the country as it relates to creating something for us and for the next generation. So I'm going to need your contribution. So some of the stuff I will leave out until the book come out, which should be understandable. I will leave it out, you know, because once the book come out, you should want to have that book. And the reason why you should want to have that book, because the information in there is invaluable. It's a lot of research in there. You're going to see in a minute. Let me real quick throw this in the chat, that if anybody wants to support the building that we're doing here in Baltimore with the Noble Temples, Atlanta, whatever. Anybody that want to support, you can Cash App. You know, I would prefer Cash App over anything because, you know, when you go through the YouTube demonstration, YouTube want to take a portion of that. But family, we are definitely building. You also can email me at taakabay@yahoo.com if you want to update on our progress. We had some Moors come from our temple from Atlanta, and the progress is coming along pretty well. But we will also give you an update if you're interested after you make a contribution. There we go. So here we go, family. I'm about to open this up real quick. And one of the first things I want to deal with, family, is this. We're going to deal with like 3 or 4 different topics, right? That's what we're going to deal with. We're going to deal with about 3 or 4 different topics. Let me expand this real quick. And in dealing with these 3 or 4 different topics, these are real sensitive topics, but like I said, I'm not going to go too far into it. So one of the first topics that we're going to deal with, let me screen share this real quick. One of the first topics that we're going to deal with is the concept where Moorish Americans believe and have been proselytizing that the Moorish Science Temple of America is formerly the Canaanite temple. How many people heard that? Let me see how many people heard that. How many people believe that? That the Moorish Science Temple of America started out as the Canaanite temple. Anybody ever heard of that? I need to know anybody ever heard of that. Because right now, tonight, we're going to look into the probability if that's true. And you're going to understand why we're looking into this. The reason why we're looking into this, family, is for this simple thing right here. Proverbs 22, verse 28. It speaks to this. It says, remove not the ancient landmark which thy forefathers have set. What that means is that back in the day, when people would own land in ancient times, they would put a stone on the ground and it would be a landmark. So that way, if they had traveled a long distance and, you know, the landmark may got covered and they didn't know which land was theirs, they didn't know the marking of their neighbors, they didn't know the landing was theirs, they would look at that landmark and say, aha, there it is. There it is. That's the landmark. There's our land. Well, this is also an esoteric saying. Move not the ancient landmark which thy fathers have set. In other words, whether you're going onto your neighbor's property or land, or whether you leave and come back to reclaim your land, you need to understand that the landmark is set there for you to identify your land, as they say in the temple. Islam? And so the Prophet Noble Drew Ali footprints are clearly cut, as we like to say. And so there's certain things that we must maintain the integrity so we know what the Prophet looked like and we know which way he went. And so when we say that the ancient Canaanite temple is the original Moorish Science Temple of America, we need to ask ourselves, why didn't the Prophet Noble Drew Ali say that first? How did these people reach that equation? And why didn't the Prophet Noble Drew Ali said that? And why are they saying this? Again, remove not the ancient landmark which thy fathers have set. So, this brother right here, and I'm not putting anybody on the spot, but this brother right here, Bayan Mahor Bey, out of California, I think that's the brother. He writes this in 2017. The old Canaanite temple, established 1913, Newark, New Jersey. The Moorish Divine and National Movement, established 1916. A verb, a vehicle established a nation, but not the nation. Moorish Holy Temple Signs, 1926. And so what he is saying here is that it started off as the ancient Canaanite temple, then it moved to the Moorish Divine National Movement, then it moved to the Moorish Holy Temple of Science. And this is a brother who claims to be a sheik. I want y'all to follow me on this one because we're going to clear this up today. This here is from the website of the Moorish Science Temple of America Incorporated. With all due respect, I just trolled the internet and I see who is quoting this, and I think it needs to be addressed. So if you are part of the Moorish Science Temple of America Incorporated, I think you should look into this research that I'm about to express in a minute. And this was just Saturday at 7:55 a.m. It says, on July 20, 1928, Prophet Noble Drew Ali registered his holy and divine organization as the Moorish Science Temple of America and filed appropriate legal documents in the county Cook, Illinois. Thus, the Moorish Science Temple of America is a lawfully chartered and incorporated organization. This information can be found on the back cover of the pamphlet, Quran Question for Moorish Americans. The beginnings in 1913, Prophet Noble Drew Ali founded the Canaanite Temple in Newark, New Jersey. You follow me? He founded the Canaanite Temple in Newark, New Jersey. The Canaanite Temple was early indication that the so-called Negroes were Asiatic origin of the Holy Land of Canaan. Again, this is not in contention with my brothers and sisters over there at the Moorish Science Temple of America Incorporated. However, this is on their website. And from my research, this information is inaccurate. The prophet, what year was the Moorish Science Temple of America founded? 1913 AD. That's the answer. What year was the Moorish Science Temple of America was founded? 1913 AD. That's the end all and the be all, because that's what the prophet said. And if the prophet ain't right, the temple is not right. But so it goes on in there and it says, and it gives the history, and then it gives the authority, all of that. But you will never find Prophet Noble Drew Ali mentioning the Canaanite temple. So even on this website of somebody that's here in Damascus, Maryland, that claimed to be the Moorish Science Temple of America or operating under the capacity of the Moorish Science Temple of America, Moorish Divine National Movement, they're in Damascus, Maryland, and they, on their website, they say in 1913, Prophet Noble Drew Ali found the Canaanite Temple in Newark, New Jersey. The Canaanite Temple is an indication, so that maybe was a copy and paste for that website, but it's quoting the same thing. This here is on a Freemason information board. And again, it says the Canaanite Temple was founded in 1913, 1 year before UNIA. It was based in Newark, and after some internal conflict, moved to Chicago in 1926. Again, we have it all over the internet claiming that this here. You can go to Pinterest, the Canaanite Temple, Newark, New Jersey, owned by members of the ancient Canaanite Temple. And then if you read more, I should have got it all out and talk about the Moorish Science Temple of America. There we go again. Y'all going to get my point. Even when you go to Wikipedia, in 1913, Drew Ali formed the Canaanite Temple in Newark, New Jersey. Y'all follow me? Y'all follow me? Want to make sure y'all with me now. But now, here we go with the facts of the matter. Again, this is from mstoba1913.org. The beginning in 1913, Prophet Noble Drew Ali founded the Canaanite Temple. I'm about to bring the facts in 1 second. Work with me. The Canaanite Temple was early indication that, and that's the same thing that I just read. We got a few more. I see, my bad. This here comes from the internet also. I forget the website, as I said. I'm not going to dig all into the sources, but you can follow up on your own once I lay this out. So this talks about the life of Noble Drew Ali. Canaanite temple founded 1912-1913, Newark, New Jersey. Possible membership of 30,000 to 120. All right. So, first of all, this narrative I'm about to break down to you has been a narrative that has been passed down for quite some time. One of the most recent narratives that has been passed down is by this author that has been doing research on the Moors, and the author name is the Journal of Race, Ethnicity, and Religion. And now this guy, with the guy name, I forget his name, but don't worry about it. It's not important for right now. Everybody has been riding on this concept from him. But now I'm taking something from the Journal of Race and Ethnicity. It speaks to the Canaanite temple was established in Newark by Drew Ali in 1913 with the help of one Dr. Suleiman. And there was immediate leadership challenges and the split in 1916. In 1925, Drew Ali and his followers went to Chicago. And if you see, I got that mark right there because that is a source that this writer is using, right? So let's look at the source. The source was 112, McLeod, 10 and 11. Dr. Suleiman is mentioned in the narrative by Turner and Gomez, neither of whom cite their source for it. Most people don't read sources. They just go straight to the information and say, wow, he established the Canaanite temple. You found it? That's his name, Patrick Bowen. You know what I mean? He just established the Canaanite temple. But when you go into the source, he actually sources and says neither of them has a source of it. So now we get to see misinformation being peddled with a small little source at the bottom saying that there is no source, right? It appears then that both are relying on McLeod, who was the first academic, to my knowledge, to mention of Dr. Suleiman. You follow me? So family, this is how we got to find out. Remember what we're doing. We're trying to figure out why is this so, and you're going to know by the end of this demonstration. So this is some research by my brothers from Ali's Men, which can easily be confirmed. It says, and I paraphrase this because I typed this out for the show. The only possible affiliation Noble Drew Ali had with the Canaanite temple in the state of New Jersey was possibly holding meetings at the location. The corporate document indicates that the Canaanite temple was established on May 24th, 1924 by George Collins, W.J. Brown, Walter Crawford, Joseph A. Grant, Fred Mason, Willie J. Turner, and Samuel Dickerson. I want you to pay attention to these names. The reason why the wires got crossed, I'm going to show you how they got crossed. Remember this name right here, Samuel Dickerson. And if you follow me long enough, and what I mean by follow, I mean follow the work that I'm about to present in the next 4 to 5 months, remember the name Willie Turner. Because this Willie Turner and Samuel J. Dickerson is very important. Anyway, Samuel J. Dickerson, it actually was established as a religious worship and teaching of religion, Muslim, of Islam, the relief and support of such members thereof, and such other persons as shall be by reason of sickness. This is what their corporate document states, right? This is what their corporate document states. Casualty, old age, and other cause be rendered unable to attend their usual occupation. In other words, the ancient Canaanite temple, there was a religious Muslim organization dedicated to the support and help of people who fell on hard times, who fell sick and needed assistance, and then they was teaching Islam. It's a calling to promote the interests of deceased members of said corporation. You follow me? Of said corporation. Also to pay death benefit according to the bylaws and constitution. We're going to do the research to get that bylaws and constitution. But this shuts down any idea that Prophet Noble Drew Ali was a part of the Canaanite temple. It goes on to say, it also cites the location, the principal office as number 102 Morton Street, Newark, New Jersey, the county of Essex, the state of New Jersey. And the name agent therein in charge is Jacob Friench or Friench. The document also named the trustees of the corporation for the first year. Now, the Prophet Noble Drew Ali established this, we know he will be on the document. The signers of the original document, George Collins, Samuel Dixon, and I got that highlighted for a reason, William J. Brown, Walter Crawford, Joseph A. Grant, again, Willie Turner, and Fred Mason. Noble Drew Ali was not involved in any way. Therefore, the Canaanite temple became official corporate enterprise in New Jersey in late May 1924. It also reveals that within this corporation's first year, Drew Ali was not named trustees, was not one of the named trustees. Neither was Abdul Suleiman. So where did all this come from? First of all, most people associate Abdul Suleiman with that because of what he was doing in Queens, New York, if I'm not mistaken, from this article. Dr. Abdul Suleiman, a native of Arabia, and 143 West 130th Street, Manhattan, that's what I meant to say, Manhattan, the high priest of Mecca. Now, that's not to say that he was not working in concert with, as we read on, a number of Muslim groups have started, particularly one in Newark, New Jersey, under the name of Canaanite Temple. Under that leadership, the temple is reported has attracted membership groups of Negroes, Muslims, have combined with Turkey and Syrian groups throughout the United States. Dr. Suleiman has gathered together these groups with the Turkish and Syrian groups in this country, and they have decided to erect a mosque in the northern part. See, when they use terms like mosque, you already know that we are not associated with that in the truest sense of being a Moorish science temple. Follow me? Under the leadership of Dr. Suleiman, there will be a movement conducting among Negro people throughout the United States to convert them to Mohammedanism. Now, back to the original statement that I just made. When this was established, Prophet Noble Drew Ali nor Suleiman was a part of the establishment. You follow me? So, again, Prophet Noble Drew Ali asked us, when year was the Moorish Science Temple of America founded? Family, ain't no need to change it up. 1913 AD. Family. And I'm going to tell you, there's no reason to change it up. Real soon, I will be releasing this book right here called The 12 Missing Years of Drew Ali. What was the Prophet Noble Drew Ali doing from 1913 to 1925? You will be amazed. There's no need to mix it up. I'm going to tell the whole story. I'm going to tell the whole story. You see, now, when it's all put together, it's going to tell a story I mean, it's going to tell a story, and you're going to find out why this presentation is right and exact. But just hold on. Just hold on. Now, we know without a doubt of contradiction that the Prophet Noble Ali says that the Moorish movement, Moorish Science Temple of America, was founded in 1913 AD. We got evidence that it was founded, or let me say this, we have enough proof to lean towards the concept that it was started in Dixon's barbershop, right? It's in Dixon's barbershop, right? This is why I told you up here, pay attention to Samuel Dickerson. You follow me? Samuel Dickerson is very important because Samuel Dickerson and Samuel Dixon is the same person, right? And this is where the prophet initially began to teach a group of Moors. But don't stop there. That was only one place. And as I go through this, I'm going to give you another place where the prophet was demonstrating that. I'm going to give you one more. You follow me? I'm going to give you one more. Because that wasn't the only place, right? Let me address this brother real quick. Brother E. Mighty say you can't be charging for public information, can you? Brother, I can charge for whatever I want. I have put this information together. I've told you in the beginning that I was scratching the surface and there's more information behind that. Didn't I just tell you that the Prophet Noble Ali had another location? Maybe you could tell me that other location since you're so smart. If you don't tell me, I'm deleting you. I'm getting you up out of here. Tell me the you say I'm charging for public information. Now, tell me the other location that the Prophet Noble Ali was teaching at simultaneously at Dixon Barbershop. You got 2 minutes or I'm getting you out of here. You got 2 minutes or I'm getting you out of here because you interrupt me. Tell me the other location. Not only that, it actually was 3 different locations. And I got the proof emphatically. Emphatically. So since you think it's so much out there in the public, since you think it's out there in the public, maybe you can tell me. Okay, that's what I thought. Let me get you up out of here. You can't tell me nothing. You're going to call names now because you can't tell me because you don't know. I told you at the beginning, some of this information you might know and some of the information you might not. I said that in the beginning. And I also said I'm only going to scratch the surface right now because I will be releasing a book. So if you don't understand that, then that's your problem. You ain't got to buy the book. Get out of here. Now, you ain't got to buy the book. This is for those who are interested in history, especially Moorish history. You know what I mean? That has been hidden. So once again, let me get back to it. I want anybody to talk slick. I'm going to get you gone. You know what I mean? You can ask me any question you like. But if you disqualify, you're going to have to bring something to the table. You have to bring something to the table. Charging for information. Of course. Watch how I put it together. We're going to build this Moorish village. You know what I mean? So, but 181 Warren Street is where Dixon Barbershop was. You follow me? See, many people probably couldn't make this connection. That 181 Warren Street is the same thing that is on this flyer that's going around the internet. 181 Warren Street was Dixon's barbershop. I bet he didn't know that. But he knew a little something. But I bet he didn't know that. That was Dixon's barbershop. Right? So, and as you know, that 1916, the movement was named the Moorish Divine and National Movement of North America, May 1st. And this is the seal, dedicated to that. So family, as you can see, I just talked about 1913 and 1916. But it's some stuff that happened between that. There's some things that happened between them times. This book is going to be out within probably in the next 2 months. I got a few things I got to take care of, and it'll be out. But you'll be able to see, at least have a glimpse, because this is unfolding information, at least have a glimpse from year to year to year to year up to 1925, what the Prophet was doing. As the Prophet Noble Drew Ali talks about the 18 missing years of Jesus, there's 12 missing years of Drew Ali that is critical. That is critical. Next, we're going to talk about another rumor that likes to be trolled around the internet, is that Master Fard Muhammad was a part of the Moorish Science Temple of America. Now, I will say this. Let me look at you real quick. I will say this. When people say that Master Fard Muhammad was a part of the Moorish Science Temple of America, I think the only reason that they say that is because there is an association with the Honorable Elijah Muhammad with the Moorish Science Temple of America. I haven't found any conclusive evidence, right? I haven't found any conclusive evidence that I can confidently place Master Fard Muhammad in the folds of the Moorish Science Temple of America. For Master Fard Muhammad, his beginnings in Detroit is very hard to trace, if you will. You know what I'm saying? They're hard to trace. And he wasn't there that long. Now, Elijah Muhammad, on the other hand, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, on the other hand, I can place him in the body of the Moorish Science Temple of America. I can place him teaching from the doctrine of the Moorish Science Temple of America. I can place him with Moors. I can place him a part of the Moorish the National and Divine Movement. Now, but Master Fard Muhammad is a different story. But there's a thing going around, and I'm going to tell you where it comes from. There's a thing going around, Sinetta even put it out there, that Master Fard Muhammad was in the Moorish Science Temple of America. You have a lot of Fugazi Moors would come out and say that Fard Muhammad and Drew Ali grew up together, and they got these little baby pictures where probably is a former slave Asiatic with his paid friend European. That's probably what it is. I mean, now, I'm ready for that debate on Timothy Drew. I'm ready to debate anybody, whatever they want to debate on. I'm good. I'm ready to debate anything. I mean, I deal with facts. You know what I mean? Now, let me get back to it real quick. So, you may ask, this is the picture that they like to use. You know what I mean? This is the debate that they like to use and say that this brother here is Master Fard Muhammad. First of all, you must know where this picture was taken. This picture here was taken at the first annual convention of the Moorish Science Temple of America. That's the first thing you need to know. According to Elijah Muhammad, Master Fard Muhammad didn't come to him to 1930. This is 1928. And according to the story, he came to him and began to teach him, if I'm not mistaken, 1930. Now, but this is 1928. So there's a discrepancy. Secondly, this is the Sinetta thing that he put out, the history of Noble Drew Ali and Master Fard Muhammad and more, where he actually uses this and trying to say that this is Master Fard Muhammad. But a little bit of research, and we need to really follow up on this research to confirm, which I'm confident that by the time I get this book out, I'll have just a little bit more, but I'm confident to say it right now. This rumor started with Dr. Malachi Z. York quoting a book from Claudius M.L., the biography of the Moors. Dr. York made this popular, right? Dr. York made this popular. Malachi York took it upon himself to present a false narrative about W.F. Muhammad. York claimed that W.F. Muhammad was the Arab standing to the left at the 1928 Unity Convention photo. This is based on a book by Claudius M.L. called The Biography of the Moors, that there is nothing from the book or any other support notion that a so-called Arab was at the Moorish Science Temple Convention York's give. And this is just coming from an article, right? So this is the brother who made it popular. Now, in fact, the one that you see in this picture right here is actually this brother right here. This is Aaron Payne. He was the prophet's attorney. He was also the attorney for Joe Louis. He was also the attorney for Nat King Cole. Right? Now, he also deemed himself in charge of the movement. Family, I also got a lecture coming out talking about the hijacking of a nation. And you will understand in that lecture why attorney, let me read this article from the Defender when they laid the Prophet Noble Drew Ali to rest, his physical form. It say hundreds of Chicagoans attended the funeral last week of Noble Drew Ali, founder of the Moorish Science Temple, who died at his home after a long illness. Services was held from the Pythian Temple, and the Prophet was buried at Burr Oak Cemetery. Attorney Ern Payne Ali, y'all hear this? Attorney Earl Payne Ali, wearing white gloves to the left, becomes the new head of the society. And the reason why he called himself Ern Payne Ali, because he had placed himself in charge of the movement in the Prophet's absence. But you will hear about that in the hijacking of a nation. Now, for this silly guy that is on, let me stop this for a minute. For this silly brother, and I'm going to call you silly because you really are. Let me speed it up real quick. For this silly brother, Don Juan, I'm going to block you in a minute because you're goofy. And I'm not going to play with you goofy brothers no more. So he's talking about Timothy Drew, and he said I'm ready to debate Timothy Drew, aka Noble Drew Ali. Goofy guy. Pay attention. You're very goofy now. Ask a question if you want to know. Ask a question. So family, in this lecture that I will have coming up called An Hijacking of the Nation, there is a topic called Timothy Drew or Thomas Drew Ali. Matter of fact, let me pull up the flyer real quick for the goofy brother. And I'm calling you goofy because it really frustrates me that we are so ignorant that we cannot wait until the presentation. And I ask all my Moorish American, my respectable Moorish Americans, forgive me for jumping out there like that. But it's really crazy to me that we are unable to compose ourselves to learn something. But since he wanted, I'll give it to him. Compose yourself, brother. Be dignified. Be royalty as we once were. Brother, I have a whole segment on the whole topic. You cannot debate me. You cannot debate truth. What is wrong with you? I have a whole topic. You see, I have a whole topic. What are you talking about? You cannot debate truth. Do you want to come on right now? Do you want to come on right now? You cannot debate truth. Truth don't need no support. I have a whole segment. Thomas Drew or Timothy Drew? Who's lying and why? Matter of fact, I'm not going to give you no shine. Let me get into that segment right now and move on. First of all, family, our Prophet Noble Drew Ali was never named Timothy Drew. His name was never Timothy Drew. And if you get the lecture that will be coming up on August the 14th, you will know why it was changed. I mean, you will know why it was changed. I ain't going to tell you, I'm not going to tell you why right now, but this is how we know that his name was not Timothy Drew. This right here is an article when the Prophet Noble Drew Ali was incarcerated in New Jersey for healing people, right? And when you read this, it says Dr. Thomas Drew advertising as the Egyptian adapt student. What are you looking at right here? The Egyptian adapt student. Thomas Drew advertising as an Egyptian adapt student. Same thing. Now, how do we know this? Who was performing miracles at his mystery chamber in the attic room at 22 School Street. You follow me? Now watch this. 22 School Street. Here's the article. Here's an advertisement from the prophet right here. And if you look to the bottom right here, it says 22 School Street. So what is Prophet Noble Drew Ali name? I mean, Dr. Drew, Dr. Thomas Drew, 22 School Street. Here is the prophet. Here is his advertisement. And here is the two is cut off. You follow me? So there you go at 22 School Street. So we know that his name was not Timothy Drew. But who changed it and why? Now that's the question. I'm going to post a link since he wants to say that. I'm going to post the link right now. Family, don't nobody hit the link. Please let this brother hit the link, and then I'll go on and finish this presentation. Whoever he is, let him hit the link. You know what I mean? And then I will go on and finish this presentation. You better come on fast because I ain't got time to play with him. You know what I mean? I don't have time to play with nobody. Here we go. You know what I mean? I don't know what the debate is. He can't debate me. He's insane. I ain't going to debate me. He wants some publicity. Let me see if he's going to get some publicity tonight. I'm going to post the link right here. What's the debate is? What's the debate? And come in and tell me, they got a link right there. You know what I mean? You can't debate me. I mean, see, the point is not whether his name was Timothy Drew or Thomas Drew. The point is who changed it and why. Now, who changed it and why? Now, come on, where you at, Don Juan? You got 5 minutes. I mean, you got 5 minutes. Let's go. I just sent you the link. I mean, I just sent you the link. What you going to debate? How you going to debate truth, brother? I stand on truth. Nothing you can do to debate me. I don't think there's nobody out there want to debate me about Prophet Noble Drew Ali. Okay, you don't have to download Hangout? Let me see if I can. My phone is about to go dead, but I'm going to give you the number. Look at the number. You talking about send the link? I send the link. Now you don't have to download. Call the number real quick. Hurry up. Let's go. Because I don't have time to play with you. I'm trying to wake my people up. I'm trying to wake my people up. Come on. Call the number. Call the number. Come on, man. We ain't got time to play with you. We've been playing these games for over 100 years. We ain't not playing with you no more. Come on. What you going to debate? What you want to debate? Sound crazy. Call in and sound crazy. Now your iPhone don't work. What's your next excuse? I don't think nobody want to debate me about the Prophet Noble Drew Ali. I don't think nobody. And when I say nobody, I mean nobody. I've done painstaking research. I know great researchers like brother Sharif, brother who else? Edwards L, brother Tunica L, Ali's man. Now Way L. I just know too many great researchers. I've researched their papers. I researched their presentation. I verified it. I cross-referenced it. I done my own research. I done got good at research myself. I don't think nobody want to debate me about this prophet that I come to know. Not about this. Islam, my brother.
To accept, press 1. To send a voice.
Islam, my brother. Come on in. What's the debate, brother?
When we last spoke, now come on now, be real.
What's the debate?
I told you before that I wanted to debate you on Noble Drew Ali and his teaching. You remember that conversation?
I said, what's the debate, brother? I need to know.
His teachings. His teachers, where he got his teachings from, and I heard you speak somewhat a little bit on it. You spoke about Malachi, York, but you know, I'm not Sarnetta for one, right?
No, brother, listen.
I think he do shit for views and likes and shit.
No, listen to me. Watch your mouth, because my son is watching, brother. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Now, listen. If you want to debate me, you got to make it a topic base. You can't say I want to debate you on his teachings because that's ambiguous. Topic base. What teachings?
These teachings. I mean, y'all share somewhat the same beliefs when it comes to certain things like Nation of Islam.
But I say be specific.
Y'all have similarities. Well, that's what I want to bring out in the debate. Like you say that.
Nah, brother.
The Moors is so different from the Nation of Islam, but y'all share somewhat of the same belief and the same teaching.
Brother,
so I just find that ironic,
brother,
that y'all say you say y'all so different, but y'all got somewhat of the same doctrine.
Brother, you're totally wrong.
Yes,
you're totally wrong. And if you can come up with something specific that you want to debate topic based, we can do it. You're totally wrong.
Debate Noble Drew Ali.
No,
this
brother.
Is the debate right here. Was Noble Drew Ali teaches his? Let's
What?
debate that.
Brother.
Did you hear me?
Let me explain something to you. Okay.
Was Noble Drew Ali teaching his?
Let me.
Did he copy it from someone else?
Let me tell you something, brother. Let me tell you something. Can I tell you something real quick?
I'm all ears.
When you say it's Noble Drew Ali teaching his, let me give you a lesson real quick before I hang up. No, I'm going to give you a lesson. Listen to me. I want you to listen to me clear. when you look at the Holy Quran of Mecca, right? It's called the Quran because Quran means recital. In other words, Prophet Muhammad was told to read, recite, ikra, ikra. To recite or to read something, it had to be pre-existing. Prophet Noble Drew Ali says that his book is called The Holy Quran of the Moorish Science Temple of America. Again, we got recital. Brother, in reality, the teachings of all prophets are passed down by prophets former through a universal process called universal truth. So universal truth does not change nor pass away. So when you say, is it his? Nothing is new under the sun. So you cannot pinpoint. Prophet got this from here. He got that from there. He got this from here. He got that from there. It's a universal teaching that always was, is, and evermore to be. So you cannot debate me on that because it never, ever fall back. It never, ever disappears. And Prophet Noble Drew Ali is the last prophet in these days. There will be some days in the days to come where one will be giving the signs to ikra, ikra, to recite and to bring forth the teachings in such a way for a new era of time. So, brother, that's not a good argument. It's not new.
Brother, I like that book that you just did. So let me just ask you this question.
It's not new.
Let me ask you this question. So you agree that Noble Drew Ali teachers wasn't his?
I'm telling you.
We ain't got the debate. If you can answer that question right now, we ain't got the debate.
Brother, didn't I just tell you that they are universal?
I told you last time we talked. I said what I want to do to Hawker, I want to have somewhat of a presentation, so I'm not just talking. This is the last time we talked. And I told you, I wanted to make sure when I came on, we had a debate.
Brother.
I told you what we were going to debate then. You ain't had no problems about it at that time.
Brother, listen to me.
I wanted to actually have some information to kind of show what I'm saying. I don't want to just get on
brother,
and
brother, listen to me.
I hang out and just get to talking.
Brother.
People not even seeing the information I'm trying to present.
Brother, listen to me.
You can answer this question right here.
Brother, can you hear?
You all these pieces is.
Brother, Prophet Noble Drew Ali's teachings is a universal teaching.
The Nation of Islam, they teach that Fard Muhammad don't listen to Elijah Muhammad. That was a lie too. My bad.
Man, I'm not speaking about that, brother. Brother, listen to me.
I am because y'all share the similar.
Brother, we don't. You're wrong. Brother, you're wrong. You're reading off the internet. Brother, listen to me. Listen to me. Listen to me. I will debate you. I will debate you if the only way I would debate you if we take a poll and if you lose, you donate something to the Moorish village.
I ain't got no problem doing that.
There we go.
Like I said,
No. Enough talk. Enough talk. Because I'm not playing with you. Listen.
Let's clarify what we mean lose, because what I'm going to be bringing to the table is basically just stating what Noble Drew Ali is teaching was not his. That's what I'm
brother.
So how am I going to lose?
Brother, what I'm telling you is that is, brother. Brother, listen to me. What I'm telling you is that that's a dumb argument because we never say that it's his, that it's new. We don't say that. Where did you get that from?
So, okay, after this, do you have similarities in y'all doctrine that relates to that Nation of Islam also used?
I just said in the beginning of the show that I can show that Elijah Muhammad was a part of the Moorish Divine and National Movement. So, of course, there's going to be a reflection in teachings over there. What are you talking about?
Well, I didn't see the beginning of the show.
But that's why you need to pay attention. I got to go, brother. Brother, you got to email me. Brother, you're going to have to email me at tahakabay at yahoo.com, brother. I just said he didn't even see the beginning of the show. And I just told the brother that I can show that Elijah Muhammad was a part of the Moorish Divine and National Movement coming out of Detroit. So of course, it's going to sound in such a way that there are similar teachings. And I want to tell all of y'all watching, family. Prophet Noble Drew Ali has never claimed authorship of any of the works that we view. He never claimed that. Even when he talks about the Holy Quran, he talks about how he put it together. He talks about how he put it together. If anybody ever seen that article, you know what I mean? If anybody ever seen that article where he talks about revealing of the Quran, you know what I mean?
Call from non-simple mode. To accept, press 1. To send
I ain't got time for him. He tells you, you know what I mean? He tells you how he put the Quran together. He never claimed authorship. So I don't know, you know, many people have had this argument with other Moorish Americans and people outside the temple. But there is a demonstration where the prophet explains how he put it together. He tells you how he put it together. Now, hold on 1 second. Let's get back to it. Let's not let him kill the vibe. Let's get this brother out here. He might be one of them people. Because he's not making no sense. He cussed like a sailor. He got no discipline. Let's see if we can get him up out of here. Don Juan, you can't come up here disrespectful, brother. We are a proud people. We are a royal people, and we're not going to bring Negroism up in here. When you're ready to act like, you know, you got some sense and you are ready to talk like human beings without the cussing and all that, brother, you welcome to come in, but I'm going to block you now. You can email me at yahoo.com, talkabay@yahoo.com, and you know, you can man up, brother. You need some discipline in your life. I got my son and other people, children, watch this, brother. When I go somewhere, children run to me in Islam because their parents watch this. And while their parents watching this, although it's 10:41 now, I start at 8 o'clock sometimes. And although that when their parents watch this, they can watch it with their children. And so I don't appreciate, you know, you coming on here like Negro, black, and colored when my people are watching this. You know what I'm saying? And my people are watching this. So, brother, you need to get yourself together and get some discipline in your life. So let me go to the next thing. So, family, I kind of lost my point, but let me get back on track real quick. So in this document right here, it shows that Thomas Drew advertising as the Egyptian Adab. Thomas Drew advertising as the Egyptian Adab. Now, family, when you study this and you study it closely, you begin to see that they have been showing this for quite some time. But they didn't want to or couldn't match it up with this article coming out of New Jersey of the prophet's incarceration. So they couldn't match it up. But today we can match it up and we can weave it together. We know when the prophet was Professor Drew, he was also Dr. Drew. He was also at 181 Warren Street teaching for 6 to 8 p.m. And 181 Warren Street was actually Dixon's barbershop. He also was teaching at 22 School Street. And here is Dr. Drew. Here is Prophet Noble Drew Ali. This is the same picture that we see on the charter. You see? And look at this. Look at the office hours. They're consistent. So we need to understand these dates. And these dates here, you will find out soon. You know, I got a lecture coming up soon that we will be touching on this. You know what I mean? And so can't nobody sit up here and tell me that I ain't did no homework. You know what I mean? Because I done did some homework. So we're going to cease calling Prophet Noble Drew Ali, Timothy Drew, the moment that I put it out there why it was changed. And that will be in my lecture coming up August 24th in Philadelphia. Yeah, I just ain't nobody know this. I just got word today that it's approved for me to get this location in Philadelphia. The 12 missing years of Drew Ali will also have the explanation why. Now, family, when we look at, remember what I said at the beginning of this, family. And I'm not doing this to, remember the reason why I'm doing this. Remember the reason why I'm doing this. Remove not the ancient landmark which thy forefathers have set. Again, let me give you the degree. The ancient landmarks is things that are put in place so you can identify what's yours. I mean, so they can identify what's yours. Now, when you can identify what's yours, you actually will be able to duplicate what's yours. You follow me? The moment that you don't know what that ancient landmark looked like, there's no way you can find it. So this is why we're clearing this up. The Timothy Drew, the Thomas Drew, the Master Fard Muhammad, and the Moorish Science Temple of America. This is the reason why we're clearing it up. Now, as we clear it up, this also needs to be cleared up. This is a reason why these medallions look like this. See, one of the main things that you have to understand, when you change the ancient landmarks, you have to understand that the prophet did everything, and everything he did was spirit. And through my studies and through my forensics, I've come to see that this was not a part of the prophet's regalia. Now, there may be time in the future that something may come out. But my research shows me that when you look close to the prophet and the prophet regalia, look closely. Look at that circle 7. There is no way that that could be blue. No way humanly possible that that could be blue. No way. Look closely. Let your eye feast on that. But we got some more for you now. There's no way. But now the question is, why would somebody change it? There's a reason for it. There's a reason. Again, family, I'm giving you some degrees right now. Remove. Why would Allah say, remove not the ancient landmarks which thy forefathers have set? Why would Allah say that in Proverbs? There's a reason. There's a reason that look like that. There's a reason that it looked like that. There's no way that that could be blue. You actually can see the 7 on that demonstration, but that's an adapt charm. That's an adapt charm. Again, if you get a closer picture, I couldn't find it tonight, but this actually has the star and the crescent on it. There's no way that that can be blue. There's no way. There's no way that that can be blue. You follow me? But why? But why? It's just a rhetorical question, family. In Philadelphia on August 24th, I'm going to be doing a lecture called The Hijacking of a Nation. And in that lecture, I'm going to reveal why it is what it is. I'm going to take you on a journey, how it got there, with that and many other topics. How did the journey get from Timothy Drew or Thomas Drew? The real story. I'm going to take you on that journey. How the Moorish Regalia that I just showed you got to look like it is. I'm going to take you on that journey. I'm also going to take you on a journey about the story of Sister Pearl Drew Ali and Sister Mary Drew Ali. How did that happen? Did the prophet have two wives? Did he have one first and divorce one and then got another? Or did he just divorce Pearl Drew Ali and then marry Mary Drew Ali? What happened? I'm going to tell that story. Remember, all of these stories are indicative of moving the ancient landmark. Now, you follow me? We got 10 minutes to go. Now, if anybody wants to know how things got changed, many people have this stuff, look at it, and don't know what they're looking at. Many things got changed from the reincarnated prophet. When you look closer to this, and I got the picture, it's just a straight star and crescent. When it got here, reincarnated prophet. The reincarnated prophet. Follow me? So when you want to know the origin, even this one from the reincarnated prophet was white. And this one was blue. Want to know the origin of your stuff? You're going to have to be paying attention. You're going to have to be paying attention. Now, again, I'm only giving you a piece. I'm only giving you a sample of what's to come. I'm only giving you a sample of what's to come. But this lecture on August 24th, 2019 will also be live streamed. This lecture is $25 at the door or on Eventbrite when I release it. But I'm going to tell you something. Everything that I present, I'm going to also deliver it to your inbox. I have over 120 slides in this lecture. I have over 120 slides in this lecture. And in this lecture, as you can see, this is 40 slides here, but I'm talking about 5 different topics. In this lecture, I'm going to show you emphatically. I'm going to show you emphatically what our prophet looked like. I'm going to show you. The book won't be available at the lecture because I'm telling you, I study so much. I got more stuff that I want to put in there. For instance, I'll give you one. Let me give you one real quick before I get out of here. So family, if you're my friend on Facebook, pay attention to Saturday. I will be putting up the link for you to order your tickets. And I'm going to do an early bird special for $20. Only for a week. Seats are limited. I'm telling you, seats are limited. This is in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. At the, let me look at it. It's going to be at Uncle Bobby's Coffee and Bookshop. Uncle Bobby's Bookshop. Coffee and Bookshop in Philadelphia. I will release all the information on Saturday. Seating is limited. So when I release it on Saturday and I talk about it on Sunday, hopefully you'll get your tickets fast. Again, everything that I express, I'm going to give you every file. You will be able to get every file. You'll be able to come back home, take a look at it. Also, I'm going to give you a discount on the 12 missing year. I'm going to give you a coupon. You're going to have to hold on to that coupon so you can get the 12 missing years of Drew Ali with about 15% off. It's a lot of time, a lot of work that went into this research. I'm going to tell you right now, before Noble Drew Ali went to Newark, New Jersey, he went somewhere else. Now, let me respond to this guy. He went somewhere else in New Jersey, and I traced his footsteps. Now, let me respond to this guy, MST of ATV, Moorish Studios, Indianapolis. For him to say that the Prophet Noble Drew Ali was a Shriner is out of his mind. He's insane, and he needs to be checked in. Listen to me. I want you to listen to me clearly. When people steal, what up, Shug? Shug, the king of content. That's my man. When people steal something from you, let me give you an example before I get out of here. If you steal my coat and you're wearing my coat, and I find you wearing my coat, I take my coat from you and put my coat on. Why the heck would my family talk about I got on your coat? It's my coat. We always been nobles. You have to know the translation of what noble is. We was nobles before there was Shriners. What are you talking about? You selling us out. Got a nerve to call yourself MST of ATV Moorish Studios. Know the history. Inbox me. Let me show you the paper trail. We were nobles before Shriners. You can't be serious. Brother, don't give these Europeans no credit. We taught them everything they know. The only credit that they have is taking it to the level after we dropped the ball. They took it to the level in which they're taking it now because we dropped the ball. We need to put back on our coat. Stop giving these Europeans, man, come on, man. Any degree that the Mason have, Adapt should have that 10 times over. And if you ain't got the Adapt degree 10 times beyond what a Mason have, then you've been tricked. Then you've been tricked. If you went through an Adapt chamber and you don't know 10 times more than what a Mason have, or you are not going towards that direction, you've been tricked. Let me tell you something, man. If you went through the Adapt chamber and somebody laid you on the floor and put a flashlight in your face and pulled a blindfold off you, you ain't been through no chamber. You ain't been through no ritual. You ain't been through no divine transition. Listen to me. If somebody told you that they took you through a chamber and they asked you 10, 20, 15, a series of questions like it was multiple choice, you ain't go through no divine chamber. It don't work like that. It's not trivial. The Adap chamber is not something trivial. Put on a blindfold and somebody spray some lights in your face. Talk about you an Adap now. If that happened to you, or you was asked some trivial questions, somebody banging pots and pans in the background, hooping and hollering, I'ma kill you, and you thought you done went through the divine transition, you've been played, you've been tricked, you've been fooled. The Adap degree will supersede any Masonic degree. Will supersede any Masonic degree. Just passing through the Adap chamber will raise you higher than a Mason just through the real ritual. Man, let me tell you something, family. We've been tricked and fooled. We get that European too much power, man. This is why a weakling like Brother Polite can fool people, because he wears the coat of the European. And when he wears the coat of the European, he can trick people like the European. This is why people fall for Polite scam, because they got tired of falling for the scam with someone that don't look like them, and so they take one that look like him with the same scam that the European have, and they fall for the scam from Brother Polite. This is why they fall for the scam from Black News 102. Because the same scam that they use on our people with love and hip hop, Black News 102 is using it for consciousness. See, when you are a true Adapt, you can differentiate. You can separate from the two. You can separate from the two. You know when somebody playing a game. You know when somebody trying to do something for selfish gain and could care how many casualties fall. Man, we need to wake up, man. We like to be entertained. The conscious community online have turned into love and hip hop. That's what it did. It then turned into love and hip hop. And who gonna check me? Because see, for this, we all in. We all in. We all in for this. We all in for this. We gonna wake our people up. You know what I mean? We gonna wake our people up. We're going to wake our people up here. And that's the reason of this presentation. Shout out to MST of ATV, Moore Studios, Indianapolis. Brother, you know I get worked up sometime. You know I love you, right? But I get worked up sometime, brother. You forgive me, brother. I get worked up. Man, I'm just so passionate about this, man. I'm just so passionate about this, man. You know what I mean? Matter of fact, I don't even think I should debate anybody who are not doing nothing on the ground for their people. What's the point? Just like that brother that just came up here. I mean, just like the brother that came up here, Deuces. Why should I debate him? Why is he worthy to debate me? He ain't doing nothing, I don't think, that I know about. I shouldn't debate him. You follow me? My brother said, let's move on with the show. Well, brother, I'm shutting down the show. I thank y'all. Every 89 people up in here, man, I appreciate y'all, man. That means that we got a good rapport. That means we rock with each other. You know what I mean? That means we rock with each other. You know what I mean? And because we rock with each other, family, I definitely appreciate y'all. I'm going to be back here. Today is Wednesday. I'm going to be back here on Saturday or Sunday. Maybe a brief time Saturday and on Sunday. I appreciate y'all rocking with me, family. I'm definitely going to have some real revealing information in the days to come, leading up to August the 24th. Like I say, on Saturday, I would hope everybody would start to get their tickets. Seating will be limited. As I said, I think it's under 100 people. So seating will be limited. I may even have a surprise for those Moorish nationals. I may have a surprise for the Moorish nationals. I'm gonna pick up the phone and get my I might have to get my brother see if we get some Taj Tariqites up in there. I'm going to get Taj a call. That's right. You know what I mean? Because this history needs to be disseminated amongst all people, you know, and that's what I'm going to do. And so, family, this is going to be serious, family. This is going to be serious. So that's right. We got a month away. I'll be back on Saturday. I'll be back on Sunday. Saturday night when I come up. Note up. Saturday, no, maybe not Saturday. I got to go to Annapolis. If anybody in here from Annapolis, Maryland, man, I'm going to be in Annapolis on Saturday at the Family Day. I'm going to be at the Family Day in Annapolis on Saturday with my brother Troy X. Shug! Hey, brother Shug, king of content. Brother, you put me on to polite working that brother, man. What's the Roots, man. That was a sad story, man. That was a sad story, brother. And I appreciate you covering that, brother. I'm a subscriber to your channel. Everybody need to go to subscribe to my man Shug, the king of content. He puts up long crypto roots. He puts up long episodes. And I mean, if you working like me, like I'm working in the temple, I'm working in the Moorish village, I'm working trying to get the building up and running. So I put on Sug, the king of content, because he might give you about 4 or 5 hours of nothing but straight running content. And he put a lot of work in to put it all together. You follow what I'm saying? And so if you like doing work, if you're driving, man, that's the channel you want to go to, because that channel there, he's just going to run it. You know what I mean? He's going to run it for you. And so I think everybody should go there to support, because I'm telling you, I sit up in the temple and he put me on to polite robbing to do crypto roots for $100,000, and which led me to go listen to Crypto Roots story. And I was kind of inflamed and I felt sorry for the brother. And many people were saying, why he's so dumb? Why he's so stupid? I was like, dang, man, come on, man. How can, my thing is, I don't never blame the victim. You know what I mean? Why would I blame the victim? He's the victim. But the predator, man, the predator, you know what I mean? The predator, man. But the way Polite preyed on this guy, he knew that the guy admired him. He knew that the guy looked up to him. And he just played him and drained him. But he still have a good head on his shoulders. You know, he's still striving. I would love to get in contact with him and maybe get him teach a crypto class in our temple, you know. But man, it was something else, man. It was something else. $100,000 of his father's inheritance. His father left him some money because he passed for him. And he believed in Polite. You know what I mean? And he believed in Polite and ended up giving it all, not all, but you know, I think a good portion of it to Polite. But with that being said, I want to give a special shout out to my brother Sales Bay, sister Love Nelson, my brother Ishmael Bay in the building, sister Seti Bay, and all the Moors. Again, Nagaz. Hey, Nagaz, I'm coming out, brother. I will be at the Sankofa Fest soon. I think that's in Syracuse. Nagaz, you in Syracuse, right? Huh? I think the Sankofa Fest, one of them fests. I will be up there soon. I don't know when the date. I'm a superstar. Yeah. So I think it's the Sankofa Fest in a few weeks or something. I don't know, next month, something. I got to look at my schedule. But I'm going to be there. And I hope to see you there and press your hand. I hope I see you there and press your hand. I do things, man. I'm the people's grand sheik. Whether you are a part of the Moorish Science Temple of America or not, I'm your grand sheik. You know what I mean? I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm going to put it all on the line. You know what I mean? Yeah. Absolutely. I'll be there. So listen, I'm the people's grand sheik. In other words, whether you are part of the temple or not, it don't matter. I'm going to give you Drew Ali facts. I mean, brother, the book won't be out yet because I got a lot more to add to it, but you'll be able to pre-order. You will be able to pre-order at the lecture. And then a month after that, I'll release it because I'm going to do some pre-orders. I think there's everybody's asking in the inner circle about the book, so I'm going to do some pre-orders, and we're going to let it go. But family, once again, I appreciate y'all's support. Thanks for sticking with me as I go through this transition. And fam, let me tell you something, family. As you can see, the background has changed a little bit. That's because I am moving the studio into a studio. The Moorish Science Temple of America in the Moorish Village headquarters is partially up and running. And so I'm moving all the pictures and all of that is gone there. You know what I mean? It's gone there. And so soon I will be sitting on a couple chairs. I will be interviewing people. I will be, even challenging information face to face. We're going on a whole new level. No more in the dismal crypts of the basement, because I'm in the basement of my house. Hooping and hollering. And we got a studio section now. It's going to be real nice. The temple is looking really, really good. Matter of fact, I might want to show y'all just the stage area or let me see if I can pull it up real quick on my Facebook real quick. Well, this is Friday Holy Day. Let me pull it up real quick if I can. Let me pull it up real quick. Oh man, let me do this. Let me do you better. Let me first give a shout out to the newest adepts of the Moorish Science Temple of America. Let me give a shout out real quick. I'm slipping. Let me see. Let me give a shout out real quick to the newest members of the Moorish Science Temple of America. That's right. To your far left, my brother Antonio Fenty Bay. Next, my brother Nathaniel McCoy Bay. Next, my brother Cyril Seals Bay, who's in the chat tonight. Next, Sister Robin Wilkins L. And next to her is the brother Akhenaten Salam Bey, the Assistant National Representative of the Moorish Science Temple of America. I had to give them a shout out real quick for a wonderful job, for a wonderful journey. As the journey continues to unfold, I want to say, we are really just about to climb this hill just a little bit more. We've been climbing. It's got a little bit more ways to go. And then we train, teach, educate, uplift the younger generation. And then we let them do what we're doing. And we have enough common sense to step back, because most elders don't like to step back. We get our people upright, moving right, and then we step back. That's how we supposed to do it. We don't stay up there trying to dictate and hold them down. But this is the temple.
To share with us Islam and all of you who are here on the platform.
Let me see if I can fast forward a little bit. Oh, that was Brother Akhenaten. I didn't want to cut him off. That's Brother Akhenaten right there.
If you are about your purpose, fulfilling your purpose, you got God's protection.
That's Brother Akhenaten.
See, it's only when you develop.
And then me.
All this thing. Don't force me. Don't force me to be somewhere I ain't. We just gonna teach the lesson.
Hey, that's right. Honestly,
but I'm still going to dispute with the doctors of the law.
That's right.
So that economy is real. Right. Be careful. But it goes on to say.
So that's me at the general headquarters of the Moorish Science Temple of America. We put in a lot of work, a lot of effort, a lot of donations. We support those people who are doing the work, and we thank all of those who supported us, you know, because us is for us. You know what I mean? Us is us, you know, and the thing is, we're going to take this to the level that it's supposed to be taken. In other words, we're talking about businesses lined up the street. We're talking about parades. We're talking about weddings, obligation ceremonies. We're talking about bringing babies into the fold of consciousness from birth with culture. We're talking about even burying our own dead in our own cemetery. This is what we're working towards. So this is why I don't have time to play with a lot of these people. You know what I mean? But again, honor to the newest adepts of the Moorish Science Temple of America. With that being said, family, thanks again. I appreciate you. Peace and love. I'm up out of here. Gotta go.